some of the criticisms that I have of the way that this has been handled is just the situational the perspective that Democrats have. Now, this was described as a shot across the bow to deter more rockets going towards U.S. forces. The NSC was involved, and they, hit a key crossing. It was the target was this key crossing point, the structure into Iraq, used by Hezbollah and these Iranian-backed Shia militias, and they were trying to avoid large-scale casualties. Jennifer Griffin was reporting this. 2 buildings blew up and caught fire. So Jen Psaki, April 7th, 2017, after the Soleimani strike, asks, also, what is the legal authority for strikes? Assad is a brutal dictator, but Syria is a sovereign country. Because remember, Soleimani was in Syria. Kamala Harris said at the time, I strongly support our men and women in uniform and believe we must hold Assad accountable for his unconscionable use of chemical weapons, but I'm deeply concerned about the legal rationale of last night's strikes. This is her talking about when Trump was, when those strikes were carried out against Soleimani. And that was a targeted action against an individual, so there's a little bit of nuance. But I understand, and I do agree, I think that anything like this needs to go through Congress. I don't believe that the President of the United States, I don't care who it is, they don't have the sole authority to just go and declare war. They don't have the sole authority to, there are certain exceptions, but even then, there's oversight. So I like the consistency of this. I'm not going to sit here and, blow smoke up everybody's eight double snakes and be like, I'm a big old patriot. But then situationally apply the Constitution when it's most advantageous for the person I voted if he's in office. I find that sort of fake patriotism disgusting. Now, that said, when Trump carried out the Soleimani strikes at the time, do you remember what happened after that? Pelosi, the Democrats had put forward a resolution saying that any further action, anything else, that had to go through the proper channels, and Congress had to be able to approve it as it was constitutionally required, etc. Even if it was for a strike, so on and so forth. Is that same thing going to happen now with Biden? I'm curious. Democrats love military engagements. They love droning stuff. They love going in and nation building in Libya. They try to get involved in Egypt when the Muslim Brotherhood was there. Mubarak, I could go on and on. They love conflict. They love it. It's War Inc. So are we going to see, and some Republicans do too, let's be real. Are we going to see that same that same consistency? Are we going to see Democrats say, now, President Biden, here's our resolution on offer. You need to make sure this goes through the proper channels. I just don't think that that's going to happen. I think he gets a pass. He gets a pass and a wide berth as well.